Richard. Yeah, you'll be telling us a bit more about that. He was born in CLIQ, known in the showbiz circles as Tic Tac. Tic Tac is my guest this morning. You're welcome to GH today.
Thank you.
Haven't seen you in years.
I know.
Huh?
Yeah.
And look at you, you haven't changed. Look, yesterday we had a conversation on healthy eating, especially the festive season. Somebody sent a text saying that, look, I eat so much heavy food, yet I don't put on weight.
Right.
I haven't seen you put on weight. Are you like that person? Small. Listen, before we jump into the main, tell me about, that's called ruling.
Yeah.
That got you richer.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you being an ambassador for a product or a company, and then you have dates, within the contract,
right.
Date of expiration, date that beginning, and then after date of expiration, you have 6 months grace period, whereby the company should wind down all promotional materials, including images, voices, appearances, whatsoever, and 4 years down the lane, you can still see your images, in town, and some of which are directional signs to the company, so which is key for the company. And I thought, indirectly I've been working, and even though with non-existence of a contract. So I mean, I spoke to Melcom about it, and they were like, yeah, they've seen it, they acknowledge it, they're going to wind it down, but they're not going to pay any money. So I was thinking, wow, 2 years you paid money, now 4 years you are not paying anything. That's a cheat, and for me it's also stealing my image. You can put it that way. Yeah, having to use my image without a contract, and so
call it exploitation.
Right.
Call it,
yeah. So I spoke to my lawyer, and we formally wrote to Melcom, asking them to bring it down, and also asking them to pay for the image, and which they still refused. So, and then we went to court, and then we had a trial in court. It wasn't just a ruling.
I mean, that definitely was a bold move, considering the usual Ghanaian culture where people will go like, Manenko and all of that. What actually did it for you? What got you to say that, look, I think I have to stand up to this and ensure that my rights is adhered to?
Right. I believe in rule of law. And most of the times, we creative arts industry, people in the creative art industry, do sometimes forget that there is law and there are laws of the land. And also, we also do think that, like you said, Enyeshe, Manenko, and then in the end, when things don't go the way we want, we come back and say, this person did this to me, and this person, which is not necessary. I'm a businessman, and as much as I do my business, my image is something that I've promoted, spent a lot of money, invested for over years. And no matter how you see my image, it's mine, and I put value on my image. And so if you're coming to use me for anything, you ask me how much my image is going to cost or how much I am going to cost, and I quote a cost. So you don't place value on me, I place value on myself. And so yes, for me, that's just the way my brand is. I believe in my brand because I believe that from 9 years I nurtured my brand, and I'm 36 right now. So you can imagine, I mean, I'll believe in my brand and defend my brand at any point in time. So I spoke to my lawyer, and he felt that, he sided with me. He feels that, I mean, it's my image and I own it. And so if I also believe in rule of law, then yes, let's go to court, because the contract has been violated. It is spelled out clearly in the contract. This is not anything we are coming up with. It's black and white in the contract. It's violation of the contract.
Well, interestingly, for a lot of people, they don't even read a lot of these contracts. So, but you
and
sued the funny for 500,000.
And you know the funny. We made sure when we were putting the contract together, we made sure that it was part of the clauses in the contract.
Well, the ruling definitely says it all.
Right.
And you sued for 500,000. You got 300,000.
Yeah, which for me, my image has been devalued. But for me, I'm thinking, look, for me to win alone, I'm vindicated. So it's not even about the money, but it's about the fact that I was able to prove to them that, look, this is not right.
So making that statement was crucial.
Very
and
crucial.
For you, you succeeded in doing that.
And then from our industry, you know, people may not see it that way, but for me, it's for our industry. And it will take people like us to always, you know, set the pace.
Yes. Listen, I'm sure that a lot of us are learning from this, you know, story we've just heard. Well, we know it already. But just before we launch into the conversation, you know, proper, could we just, you know, refresh our memories of, you know, Philomena, which was playing in the background not so long ago? Just a short one, and then, yes, I'll continue my conversation with TikTok. All right, well, I guess that music definitely will come up in the course of the conversation. But, I mean, I'm surprised that you say that you're 36 years now, because you've been doing this for, I think, close to 2 decades. How many years have you been saying? How many years specifically?
2 decades, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, close to 2 decades.
And can I say you're still kind of trying to be relevant?
Nah. For me, that is not important. Well, in Ghana, people can say that because we live in a country that people forget easily. And I believe that once you're doing what you're doing, if somebody wants to use you because they believe in you, they will always use you. For me, doing music has no expiry date. You know, in Ghana, it's common when people. Let me tell you something. If you're like you're doing your show at GH1 today and GH today, and you've been doing the show, what do? Because you started and you keep doing the show, you gain experience. And you know what happens when you gain experience? What happens when you gain experience? Your value doubles up. You see, your value doubles up. So if you're in a company and you work and you gain experience and you go to school and you get more credentials, what happens to you? That you gain more value. But in music, the more you work, you start from a rising artist, you become a superstar. No, you become a star, and then you become a superstar. And then when you are superstar, that is when you cross over to be a legend, you know? And then when you cross over to...
Okay, TikTok, you know what? Please just hold it on for a minute. Currently in the studio, I'm joined by one of CLIQ's greats, though very young. TikTok, and we're talking about his life and, of course, the future as he begins some of those new projects that we'll be jumping into pretty shortly. So, yes, you've been singing over almost 2 decades we're talking about, and the fact that you talk about how that music never grows old. Indeed, it never grows old, because look, I mean, in my intro, you realize that I was talking about the fact that, look, even today, people hear your music and they jump up.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
But will you agree, though, that you definitely, the popularity has waned over the years compared to the contemporaries that we have, you know, today in the system?
Well, I wouldn't agree with that. I would say that you don't have to be number one, you know, after 15 years, 16 years. You don't need to be number one. What you need to do is do your thing, release your music, release your album, do your concerts when you have one, or if you put up your own concert, people will enjoy you, and then you keep doing what you're doing, you know. The whole of the week, I've been activating in Ayalolo buses. You know, I've been touching base with the fans, you know, the fans, the fans and the non-fans. I've been winning new fans. You know?
Why Ayalolo buses, really? I mean, there have been suggestions that this obviously is a desperate act of a sinking artist.
Well, you can put it in that context or in that sentence. But for me, it's a fantastic idea. You know, when Noah was building the ark, many were laughing. So will I also build my ark, and people will laugh. People always laugh. Even when I was nobody and I was trying to be somebody, people were laughing. And then I banged them with Philomena and I banged them with more songs. And they started praising me. Ghana people don't like new things. I am Noah. So for me, I am going to Ayalolo. That is what I want to do. That is excellent idea to reactivate the brand, to reactivate my music, meet people from different, you know, or background. People maybe do not listen to hip hop, high life, whatever. Get them to understand what I do. And for me, it's an honor to have people in the bus concentrated and just listening to me. Let me tell you one secret. Ofa Trotroda,
Oh, papa.
Great. Anti-messy cream. Do you know how I got to know about anti-messy cream?
In the Trotsky.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There was one man who came in the trotro, and I will never forget. And he sold anti-messy cream. And one day, I bought it. And it
worked.
I'm 36, and I still got it on my mind.
Yeah.
So if people don't know, well, I'm educating them today. When you hit the bus, it's the best form of advertisement. I'm telling you, that's where people are concentrated. If only they are not mad at you. And praise be to Jehovah God, they are happy with me. So for them, it's even a blessing. Good. For them, it's even a blessing. That's what they told me.
You know, the phenomenal man has gotten this close to
Not
me.
just the phenomenal man, the Fefe man, the kangaroo man,
I know.
the Boswe man.
And the list goes on and on and on.
Exactly. This is a super legend.
So in response to your critics who think that you're struggling to catch up with the contemporaries of today, what would you say?
I would not, like I always say, for me, I'm relaxed. Okay. You can see I'm relaxed. And it's not about struggling. In the eyes of many, they will say struggling. I'm saying it again. Noah, when he was building the ark, people were laughing. If you don't know what somebody is doing, you just say what you want. For me, that's not where my interest is. I don't think about it that way. I think about it. I wake up, I look at myself in the mirror, and I'm thinking, Jehovah God, what's my next move? That is what is on my mind. So my next move is to do A, B, C, D, release my 7th album, my long-awaited 7th album, Mama Grace. That is my next move. How am I going to release that? Oh, so in the minds of media people and other people, is this a sinking ship? Okay, then let me bypass them and go to the bars. So it's not about sinking or whatever for me. It's about reaching out to the fans. And I'm here today, and I'm on your hottest show.
I know, right?
I'm on the hottest show.
Give me a high five. Listen,
I'm on the hottest show, so I'm hot.
You definitely are hot. Listen, you've been very critical of the conduct of dancehall artist Shatta Wale, and him of you as well. Indeed, Shatta has come out to say that you will never ever release any other album.
Oh, Shatta, is he God?
What would be your own response to Shatta Wale?
He's not God. Shatta is not God, so that's my response. He breathes something. He's breathing air. Okay, he's breathing air, and that air is a gift of life from Jehovah God. So he's also breathing. When God takes it, that's it. So you can't control your life, nor you control mine. And that's what he should learn.
So your thoughts of him, considering the recent past weeks and days and his actions, definitely hasn't changed.
Well, he's breathing, so he can do what he's doing. Do you understand what I'm saying?
No, please explain a bit further.
Yeah. Air is a gift of life.
Indeed.
And it's provided by Jehovah God. So once you breathe, you can wake up in the morning and say whatever you want to say. Hope you understand. But once the air is taken from you, you are nobody. Your car, your house, your whatever, your people, it ends there. And in Ghana, nobody knows about you. That is why you have to respect anybody so your legacy can stay strong. So people can talk about your legacy.
I mean, following his
actions. So for me, it's not about what he says about me. I pity what he says about himself or how people will see him when he talks about me. I have sung close to a decade. Maybe he has just come for 4 years and he thinks he's the ultimate. That's fine. You see? So there is no comparison. So I don't try to compare myself. So I respect his hustle, and I was expecting him to respect my hustle. Even my hustle is bigger than his hustle, but I don't disrespect his hustle.
How did we get here, really?
Because you asked that question.
I mean, you and Shatta, the back and forth.
One day I woke up in the morning and everybody was calling my phone, and I was wondering what the situation was. And then I could remember a friend of mine rang me and said, have you seen TV, radio, whatever that's going on? I said, what? He said, oh, you know, are we showing Shatta's video? Because I'm talking about him?
Well, just no.
No, but because I have new videos that we should be showing. So
and we have a lot of them. We're showing your videos.
We can't be showing Shatta's video while I'm here talking about him. I didn't come here to promote Shatta Wale.
Okay, well, listen. I apologize greatly for this. We're going to return with more. You're still watching GH Today Live on GH1 TV. As if you were following, I was just trying to find out from, TikTok exactly, what started or probably triggered this whole back and forth with him and Shatta Wale. A lot of utterances, all over the media.